Good morning, YouTube. I am here to talk about a situation that's been brought to my attention. Let me give y'all a minute to get in here. So someone told me that there was a diss track dropped today in the beef sector. I said, oh, the beef sector. I figured, well, this is going to be about all the children, all the new people, old people. Hi, Darius. Neck bone, pinto beans, and hot water cornbread. How y'all doing? It's Z. Have y'all seen the diss track yet? Hey, Uncle Tim nephew, Ashley Walkins. I am Mrs. Ricks, and then right under that, Miss Red, the Sparkle Covington. Child, have y'all seen this diss track? Hold on a minute. I thought, well, hell, if it's a diss track against the whole goddamn beef sector, I'm gonna hear about the children going after each other, some of the new people, the old people. I'm gonna hear some stuff thrown out, right? No. I went over there to see what the hell was going on, and I noticed that forehead. Soon as I saw that goddamn forehead with all those deep lines and wrinkles in it, I said, oh no, honey, this is Jay Wilson. This is about Jay Wilson, girl. Let me let y'all hear the track for ones who haven't heard it yet. It's only a minute. Hold on a minute.
You niggas mad and it's really getting silly, yo. What a waste of time when you could be seeing your money grow. You work your job, and it ain't working though. Thought you was a chaplain until they had to let you go. It's time to let you know some things about me. I don't fucking drive for Uber or have 12 degrees. It's plain and simple, I am not your equal. When you lie, I sit back and I enjoy the sequel. You pushing 60 with no retirement, playing Robin Potter and Peter, except Peter is your man. Now just to let you know how I really feel, let me say this shit nice to you while keeping it real. And you be wasting your time trying to trick us. You don't really act like a pastor nor religious. And you claim you are unbothered, but we really know he don't want to tell you though. He is hypocritical.
Hey. Oh, I want to dance. Hold on a minute. Be quiet. This is King Roman News. He dropped a diss track on Jay Wilson. He calls it a diss stippet. In other words, he ain't finished with that ass, right? But I thought it was rather cute, correct? So I had been thinking about Jay Wilson over the last couple of days. I see that Jay Wilson has come on to talk repeatedly about Donald Trump stopping all payments to all how would you say it? Public, anything financed by the government, right? So he has a lot to say about that. But isn't Jay Wilson the one that's always claiming that public assistant was the worst thing in the world? Isn't he the one that comes on here claim, oh, no government assistant, no government assistant? Isn't Jay Wilson the one that said, oh, no free lunches? We didn't have no free lunches. We didn't have no free lunches. Isn't Jay Wilson the one that accused Timothy Blaine? Oh, living off the government, government assistant. Meanwhile, Jay Wilson says he has somewhere between 5 and 20 degrees. We know his family was piss poor, brought up in a trailer, right? We know he's 2 or 3 generations up in the trailer camp. So they ain't paid for no college degrees, right? Then we find out more recently that his very existence, his housing, where he lives, that was also government assistant. So, Jay Wilson, now you're a spokesman or you have care and concern about government, who getting government assistance. We should all get our government assistance. It's an attack against the nation. No, I've always thought of you, Jay Wilson. Perhaps you're a Democrat, I don't know, but you're a Democrat who your values are much more lined with the Republican Party, correct? You're always wants to criticize everyone else's finances, anyone getting any help anywhere in this motherfucker, right? It seems to me like you're more of a Republican, correct? But now you want to join the Democrats in their fight for the restoration of these benefits that everybody needs, honey. Everybody needs the Medi-Cal, Medicare. The old people need food. The young people need education. Young people need lunches in school. All the things that the government. What do you think a government is? I mean, I'm serious. What are taxes? Those are just donations. Jay Wilson. Anyway, so this boy, I gotta stop using the word boy somewhere. This man, King Roman News, has released a diss track against your ass. And then the cover, let's look at the cover. Because I immediately know what he was going to talk about as soon as I saw the cover. Hold on a minute. Let's see what the cover looked like. Okay, Jay Wilson? I can't get the cover. Oh, there it is. No, let me go back. You can't hardly see it because it's small. If I click on it, it just gets too big. You see that? It's called hypocritical. You see that head, the double fold? Who wrote the diss track? King Roman News. King Roman News. Apparently, Jay Wilson done insulted him in some point, honey. Federal spending. Okay, thank you, Itzy. You know I get confused, honey, particularly early in the morning. He needs Botox in his forehead. And don't forget them lining the cheeks, too, girl. Child, he take them damn glasses off in the daylight, scare you to death, honey. Jay Wilson. Why did this man have to write a diss track about you, Jay Wilson? Now, are you going to bless us with another of your tracks? What was yours called? Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. Oh, we about to have a rap battle? Lord, but good for you, King Roman News. Y'all got to keep your foot on that boy's neck, honey. Right? Yeah, let him know we don't like your ass, nigga. And we see you as a hypocrite because that's what you are. Right? Now, what was Jay Wilson talking about on today? Jay Wilson. Let me see. Hold on. See, you can always depend that's faithful content. If you don't got no content, you can always depend. Jay Wilson gonna say something stupid, or if you can stomach listening to that voice. Let's see what he say today. Let me see. I'm gonna see at random. I haven't even looked in there on his thing yet. Oh, that look nice. Look, they got my title, and then hypocritical right at the bottom, the forehead. Look at them goddamn roads, honey. That's not, honey. That is not no AI, IE or AI. That is real Jay Wilson forehead. Look at that. God damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute, honey. Somebody knows. Let me see. So I must consider myself a normal person. I got 1, 2 wrinkles in my forehead, right? Come on back, Jay Wilson. Okay, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Jay Wilson, you got 15 goddamn wrinkles in your forehead, honey. Why are you walking around here talking about how everybody wants you, honey? And how they also friendly in they over friendly in San Antonio. And they always checking you out. And you can pull a man or woman, although you would have no interest at all in pulling a woman. I can pull a man or a woman. I can pull anybody. Right. That's how you spend all your time on Grindr, even though you said that you were in a same gender relationship, Jay Wilson. Why are these young people reading you, honey? It might spark off and they might all start. Everybody take a chance, honey. Everybody do that little snippet. Who is performing this? Who is performing this? That's also King Roman News. Apparently, Jay Wilson done pissed off King Roman News. It ain't hard to piss people off on here. Just like the other example is Billie Jean, you're not my love. She's just a girl who thinks that I am the one. Slow dancing on the floor in the wrong, baby. We just had us some fun, but the kid is not my son. Y'all see them? Billie Jean, she done made another one of her videos. These are these compilations that she makes against Lady Nika. And they done went back and forth. So they in a battle. How you doing, verbal assassin? What's going on? What's going on with your boy Thaddeus over there? Baby. Y'all tickle me, honey. No, what this track? I want to hear it. You want to hear it? Go to King Roman News. It was released about a half hour ago. King Roman News. It's called Hypocritical. And in parentheses, Jay Wilson diss Stippet. So he's calling it a Stippet because it's not very long. It's only 1 minute and 9 seconds. Correct? So I don't know if a Stippet means it's going to be a preview of more to come. All he has to do is repeat the hook a few times, and you got you a diss record. Hi, E.T. Ashley Walkins. Who is performing this track? Jay Wilson. They should have called the tracks of it the tracks on his head when there's no one around. They could have did a diss track on just that forehead, honey. I had no idea. So I have 2 to 3 wrinkles on my forehead. I am 66 years old. Jay Wilson claims to be considerably younger, yet he has 16 wrinkles in his forehead, and that stops here. You can't see the picture going forward because his head is bald. His hairline starts back behind his ears. So we can only guess at how many wrinkles are actually on that forehead. And then when you add them with them damn things on his face, those lines coming down his face, oh my God, he's a monster. He's a monster. So add that to the second part, King Roman. Head looks like like a Sharpie. Neck bones are Sharpay. Is that little ugly child that got them all them wrinkles in his head? His whole face is wrinkles. You're correct. That's what that forehead looks like. A Sharpay. Watch now. That's going to appear on thumbnails now, Jay Wilson. When they start talking about you, they're going to use a Sharpay. That's what you look like. No woman wants an obese, greedy coffee slurp. He said, ooh, this coffee is good. Ooh, this water is good. That's the content, girl. Oh, I was checking to see what he was talking about on today. Let's see. Let's see how juicy it's going to be, girl. King Roman News, please keep. Oh, wait a minute. So 11 days ago, Jay Wilson released a video called KRN, that's King Roman News. Please keep me out of your dark mess. Well, I guess he didn't adhere to your desires, Jay Wilson. You in the news today, fool. What kind of man is he pulling up on? He always says he thinks he's somebody and told him he's cute. You are not cute, Jay Wilson. You are an aging old queen, this thing, who is sneaky about his about your personal life, right? Because we always constantly catching you on Grindr, Growler, Skip the Game. Every time we catch you in one of these nasty sites, you come on here talking about, I was doing research. I was telling people about prep. But you haven't worked for prep. Remember, the prep people fired you, Jay Wilson. Like virtually everybody who's ever employed you has fired you, correct? But you can never admit that you were simply on there cruising, right? I love it. We're cruising together. Your forehead is made for love. Cruising is made for love. Every time they catch him, he got some goddamn story about why he's over there, honey. He thinks that somebody wants his ass. Then he was talking about he don't want to shake his purse. Well, if you don't want to shake your purse, Jay Wilson, you don't want to have sex with nobody, right? Except for Mark, which you continue to claim, correct? A lot of people said, no, I know Mark. They said, no, Mark likes pipe. I mean, he might be a bisexual, but Mark likes you when you're well endowed. So I'm trying to say, how does that happen then? Unless there is no sex life. And he has moved on a long time ago. When you dropped them draws the first time, Jay Wilson, it was a sealed deal. You've been lying ever since. I'm so happy to see you back doing your videos, Verbal Assassin, Deanna Irvin. I see you back regular, baby. Sometimes the children take a break. Jay Wilson's break only lasted 3 days, though. Hi, Kevin Moore. That is, I can't believe. Are they saying, I couldn't find the picture. I only spent a couple of minutes looking up stuff, but I can't find it in a couple of minutes. I'm not going to look at it. But they say that is, the woman had a dildo inside of her private parts, and he was sucking on the dildo. Why did you just suck the pussy? Excuse me. I mean, if your mouth is that close to it, girl, what would possess you to want to suck a dick instead? That is, this ain't looking good, bro. This ain't looking good. I know you're in the hospital, you're sick and all that. Then your daughter came on and said that you was perhaps even on your deathbed. So we ain't gonna pick on you too bad, but that don't look good. They say you sucking the dildo out of the woman's coochie. Just to put most men that I know, straight men, they would never even conceive of the idea of putting their mouth around any kind of dick, or whether it's plastic, wood, certainly not human. Right. So this is from the same woman, the woman he's recently divorced. Then I think I saw on your page, Deanna, that the woman who he was sucking the dildo with is a married woman. He said, y'all got to apologize. I apologize to them. I guess so, nigga. You better hope I don't come up in that hospital and kill your ass. You telling me that all the time I was sending my wife down to that church and just supposed to be a faithful servant and all that, and you was down there sucking dildos out of her pussy? Come on, Thaddeus. This is not looking good, bro. This is not. Shut it down for a minute. That's all you can do. You got to shut it down, bro. You can sleep in peace. Hey, ding dong. Come get it from me over here in the ding dong. Bossy ass dogs. I would not have my life run by a dog. Get it from me right here in the ding dong. Sit it back. Put it right there. Come on. Put it right there. Booty, 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 booty. Booty, booty, booty. I love my dog. Life is so much less complicated when you just have a dog. Why is his black cracking? Y'all saw when Wilson brought all them damn ointments and creams and shit. He must have brought 15 bottles of ointments and shit that he said he put on his face on a daily basis, child. I said, but it ain't working. You put all that on your face and this is what you get? Jay Wilson, I don't know if remember when you lost the weight, you wouldn't put that shit in your cheeks. You need to have them do some shots. They put Botox in foreheads. Go ahead and invest in Botox for your forehead, Jay Wilson. So that's a goddamn shame. And this dude, King Roman, knew just the picture would bring you the most humiliation, Jay Wilson. And the people could see. What else did he talk about in the diss track? What else did he talk about inside the diss track, child? He talked about your employment history, but you're the one that brought up all the employment. Nobody else even gave a fuck about nobody else's job on here, Jay Wilson. You brought all that here. Everything, job. I'm working on this job. I can get a job. Where you working? You ain't working. You brought all that shit on, Jay Wilson, and then you are the primary one that can't keep a job, girl. How did you think I wasn't going to bring to smoke on your ass? Then you're over here, you're constantly talking about people's housing, girl, where they live and how small their house is and all this shit, girl. right? You're constantly talking about that, Jay Wilson. Then we find out you in a hood house. So you should be concerned about government assistant, federal finance, federal finance. First of all, you owe them student loans. There's no way you escape without owing tremendous student debt. We know you done con your way through, girl. You ain't paid nobody, so you got to worry about that, and then you got to worry about in that goddamn house, right? Because they are the ones, girl. They are the ones who are allowing you to be in that house. It's a hood house. We found out all about you, Jay Wilson. You got to constantly be exposed, Jay Wilson, right? I wouldn't give a shit, but you came after me repeatedly, girl, repeatedly. Oh my God. I didn't know he was on public assistance. I didn't know. I didn't know he was on a fixed income. Nigga, no, you dream about a fixed income. Bitch, if you could lay on your fat ass in that bed every morning, girl, and have your rent paid and all your bills paid, Miss Thing, you'd kill for that. But you can't have it, so you're jealous of it. Correct? Every time somebody gets something, girl, that you can't get, you're jealous of it, Jay Wilson. So I'm just trying to help you. I'm just saying, be true. To thine own self, be true, Jay Wilson. Correct? And come out here and admit that you have a lot to lose if the government were to actually shut down all support. I don't even know why you think we have a government. They don't want to do nothing. Well, they just collect the money. Apparently, this White House is turning into some kind of money farm or something, right? All the billionaires are collected in the White House, girl. What they in there for? Their obsessions run to money, just like Donald Trump, who has failed at virtually every business he's ever run, right? This is the only pot of gold he's ever come across, was the United States government. And now his obsession with money. Now he got us going to war with all these goddamn people. Girl, why are we warring with them people? America ain't got enough money. Anyway. Researching some tail. Jay will say he do a research. I was single then. Really? You were single last night, nigga? We saw you last night, girl. Oh, he was on Skip the Game selling his ass. What was that boy named T whatever? He was on there selling his ass. And I immediately comes to question, Jay Wilson. Well, how did you see him on Skip the Game selling his ass? Were you attempting to make a purchase? Were you on the section of the page where people, old queens, go to buy him a little piece? How did you see him on there? Why would you see the prostitutes? Jay Wilson. He's not very bright. He isn't very Jesus-like. Well, that was in the disc as well. He said that in the disc as well, honey. The disc is only 1 minute. Wait. It's only 1 minute, but he made reference to there's nothing godly about you. Why would you go to a seminary? For what? You ain't got no interest in God. And as I was speaking about before, the many of you girls, like Jay Wilson, you're actually very resentful of religion. You don't even go to church. Only time you go to church is if they pay you, right? Jay Wilson, I mean, if you're being honest, people will say, well, I can understand that. You know, maybe we've done more harm than we ever considered, Jay Wilson. When people start telling the truth, this is how you make me feel, right? Instead of all this other bullshit, girl. Try to go up and talk, pretend to be a preacher. Child, something else. How they knew. I wonder how they knew his employment history, because he lies. He's a pathological, compulsive liar. And he says he's got somewhere between 5 and 20 degrees, correct? So I can get a job. I can get it. This is what he constantly, Jay Wilson, I would not be bragging about your ability to get a job in your mid-50s. You admit to your mid-50s, which is probably closer to 60, correct? You're 60 years old and you're still looking for jobs? I mean, when were you going to settle in? Girl, you're welcome. Stop on by. Jay Wilson, you're supposed to be preparing. In this thing, The guy, one of his last statements was, "You're 60 years old with no retirement plan." When are you going to start the retirement plan, Jay Wilson? It is foolish to be driving around San Antone in a goddamn Uber cab, girl, and your retirement age is coming upon you very soon. As a matter of fact, if you had kept a job for any reasonable amount of time, you're in your late 50s, you would be preparing to retire now. How are you going to, girl, you are at entry level, you're still doing entry level jobs, Jay Wilson. Now, a lot of people would think that was pitiful because they would say, well, how are you prepared to leave? You can't leave nowhere. You'll be working till you're 90 something years old. And the kind of jobs you'll be doing, Jay Wilson, are the kind of jobs you're doing now. You've done nothing to prepare for actual work. Instead of going getting 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, however many degrees and all this bullshit, nothing has anything to do with anything else, girl. Right? You should have went into like a medical field. Even if you were an x-ray technician, girl, you'd be making $40 and $50 an hour. And you wouldn't have to come on here. He said that, did I see it today or yesterday? He said that he makes video going to work at 4:30 in the morning. He said he make video during his lunch break. He said when he leaves the work, he make a video going home from work. He said he get in the house and he make a video at home. I said, well, goddamn, when do you get the Uber rides in? Then you pop up at 4:30 in the morning. 4:30 in the morning to go back and make some Uber rides before you go to whatever temporary assignment you're on, Jay Wilson. That is no way to live, my brother. It just isn't, Jay Wilson. God damn. You could have been a window framer or something, girl. You could garbage men. Girl, making $30-something an hour these days. $30, $40 an hour. And you sitting up here on these damn. And how many rides are you getting in San Antone? Come on, girl. Come on, Jay Wilson. 20 degrees. It might well be 20, Kevin. He says it goes between 5. Sometimes he says he has 6 degrees. You might as well have no degrees. Correct? How do you stand up at your alumni meetings? When you go to your alumni meeting, he goes to these little football. He has no interest in football. He's a queen. He goes to, there's, oh yeah, the green and gold, the green, like he's still in school. See, whatever that 4 years he was when he got out of high school, that was the highlight of Jay Wilson's life. He has done nothing significant since then, child. All the career he brags about is nothing but serving coffee on the goddamn plane. He was an airline stewardess. That's it. That's pitiful, Jay Wilson. I'm sorry. You would think if you were even hanging around a school that goddamn long, that some kind of career counselor, someone should have pulled you into an office and say, what is your plan? What are you planning? What are you going to do? You say you're a doctor? A doctor of what? Nigga, do you fix nostrils? What do you do? In my state, we have bird flu bad, and the eggs are so high. Well, we know that this country is in, the prices have never been so high. Donald Trump goes in and immediately starts making them higher. It makes no sense that we're sitting up here having talk about military with goddamn Canada. What sense does that make? We're their best customer. They're our best customer. What is he doing? It's obsession with money. That's why he wants Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is eventually going to usurp your power, Donald Trump. So when you want to do something, you got to go get it approved by Elon Musk, because he has proven that he can become the richest man in the world, something you've always wanted to do, but really you were just riding on the back of your daddy's money, and they wasn't nothing like Elon Musk money, honey. Correct? Donald Trump, it's always been about money. Why are you in there bothering all this country and that country and Mexico and everybody? Your obsessions run to minorities, immigrants, right? You just hate them automatically. And money. How much money we getting? How much they've been ripping us off for years. He's even wants to fight with fucking Europe. Aren't those the ones you're always kissing their ass about? This supposed to be a European state. He gonna turn on them too. Give me some more money. I'm pulling out the EI. I'm pulling out everything. You don't give us no money. You're ripping us off. You're getting the money, the money, the money, the money. He thinks the White House is not. The White House should be coded. It should be separation, not only between church and state, but between money and state. Right? We're not trying to build empires, Donald Trump. Oh, we got to be rich. Oh, Elon Musk, he's the richest. Why would somebody like Elon Musk, the richest man in the world? My God, he could buy high rises just for his own house. Why is he hanging around this goddamn Mar-a-Lago? He got a place in Mar-a-Lago, and he's gonna have a place in the. Well, he was in the White House. Now they ain't stopped him. He got to be in White House adjacent. Why would he do that? I'm just curious. If I could rule the world. Anyway, we were talking about Jay Wilson, and I was keep forgetting what I'm doing. And we're going to see what the hell he's talking about today. I guarantee you there's content. That's one thing nobody ever understood about me. They said, oh, why you talk about him? You must think he's smart. No, I think he's content, honey. People who talk dumb and stupid, that's content. Okay, here's today's blessing. The title of his video is We Shall Overcome. Oh, no, that's 4 days ago. Let's see. Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired. Oh, he got Brian on there again. I promise you, I'm just going to go at random.
She does her production, and it is what it is. I'm just like, okay. All I'm gonna say is, if you owe me money, and it's been a year or more, shouldn't even be a year, and you want a competition, honey, I'm getting my money back. Period.
Okay, so he's siding with Nika about this money situation. I didn't follow the situation with the Nico situation that much, but apparently the woman who won the competition already owed Nika money. So when I'm not taking sides, people. So when the woman won the competition, I think she's supposed to win $300. Nika says, yes, you won the $300, but I'm taking out the money that you owe me because you're not voluntarily going to give it to me. If that's the way it really was, it's totally reasonable. I mean, we could go and pull up their conversation or whatever, and kind of have an opinion about it. But it seems pretty simple. If you owe me $200, you've been avoided me. You have made no indication you're going to pay me my money, and you win a contest where I'm in charge of the contest, and I'm supposed to give you $300. I've taken my $200 out, and you get $100. That would make sense. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But Jay Wilson, of course, is going to cover it, honey. I was like, do me next, Pastor. What do you what? What's going on? What happened? Picture you look up after Deanna was talking about it, and the assistant was funny as hell. She was supposed to be a whole Christian and went straight to fucking bonkers. What happened? Oh, y'all talking about that is. Oh, freaky ass that is. Now, poor Patty. Apparently, he's got congestive heart failure or something. It's going to happen to all of us. But this woman, she's not going to let him loose. You're not going to get away, nigga, leaving me like this, where people was talking shit about me, right? Sucking on dildos. I got to admit, now, that's a new one for me, honey. But why would you suck on a dildo if you have a pussy or a dick right in front of you? What's the joy in that? I heard of people putting them in their ass, putting them in their, in their stuff. So maybe she just stuck it up in there and he decided he wanted to eat it out. That is. There was some talk a while ago that he was attracted to transgender people anyway. Because if you had a transgender woman, that's what you would be getting. You would get the allure of a woman, but it would be this thing sticking out of it. So maybe in his mind, he's sucking on a transgender. That does. I just thought of that. That does make sense. Mm-hmm. That's the only difference, right? Is the dick. Mm-hmm. I got to think about that one a little bit more. It's tragic that his family is so fucked up, though. He talks shit about his daughter. Daughter talks shit. She says she loves him, but they talk shit about each other. All the wives talk shit about him. He cusses them. Maybe cussing is not the best way, then, that is. Mm. Isn't he the same one that went off on K. Michelle? They have some big beef. Mm. Head looking like spiral sliced ham. Oh, I didn't know it was that bad, girl. I didn't know that head. I know that face when he takes them glasses off in the sunlight. I know that face looks like the Crip people, honey. He got them deep, and they're not even. They're not equal. You can tell there's been work done on them, child, and them cheeks, honey. But I didn't. I never paid attention to the forehead. Right? That's horrible, Jay Wilson. Why wouldn't you get Botox in the forehead? It's because you refuse to give up that goddamn house that you don't need. As I keep telling your black ass, you are a single man. Your personality is such that you will always be a single man. Ain't nobody ever going to live with you, correct? Therefore, you don't need a house. You don't need 3 or 4 bedroom house way out in the suburbs of San Antonio, Jay Wilson, right? Forget about the goddamn trailer. Let it go, honey. Right? You don't need that. So all these jobs you're doing, all this driving you're doing, all these videos and videos and videos and videos you're doing, girl, is not necessary, Jay Wilson. These are your latter years. Girl, sell that shit and get you a condo, a small condo that you can afford with a reasonable mortgage, girl. So you're not struggling under 2 mortgages and not being able to even pay the HOA fees, Jay Wilson, because all this time, you said you were clocking all this money, and we watch you run scam after scam after scam after scam. You weren't paying it then. This is supposed to be your highlight where you were rich. You had it going on, you said, right? They were all giving you money. Oh, this one gave me 300. Ooh, I got 400. Ooh, well, you got all that money and you were still behind? What were you doing with the money? Jay Wilson, sell that damn house. You said you're going to get some equity. I don't know how you're going to pull that off with 2 mortgages. But buy yourself something that is reasonable. A single person will use a loft, a townhouse, a condominium, something that is considerably less expensive and easier to keep up, right? Where you can be comfortable, where you can get off work and come home and get in your recliner and put your feet up and relax, girl. When can you relax, Jay Wilson? Video going to work, video in the middle of work, video coming home from work, video at night, video to go to bed, right? All interspersed between that. Every time we see you in the car, you're going to Uber to drive somebody else around. This is a time in your life when they should be driving you around, girl. Take it easy. Take it, make it easy on yourself. Oh, let it go. Life's so very hard to do. Mm. Girl, I'm out here trying to make it. Woman, can't you see? I got to make it for you. I got to make it for me. Girl, sometimes it seems I'm neglecting you. I love to spend more time, but I got so many things to do. Oh, I got work to do. Jay Wilson, don't be out here misleading these kids out here. They're thinking, well, goddamn, if I go get all them degrees, if I stay in school for 20 years, so I'm a middle-aged man, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be driving around a goddamn cab and making YouTube videos. I'm just saying it's a bad witness, Jay Wilson. You have always been a bad witness. And what happened to the job is you're supposed to be the choir director. You ain't choir director since you made your announcement. So you get excited about things. Every time you get, you wiggle your way into some other position, you talk your way into it because you put your little tie on, your suit and tie, like you express. But this is the beef sector. This is as casual as you can get on the internet, correct? Everybody else got on their t-shirts, their casual clothes, their robes, whatever they got on, girl. You're the only one coming on here in a suit and tie. But there's nothing suit and tie about your lingo, right? Why are you over here arguing with Rico and people, but you gotta have a suit and tie on in the thumbnail? Who are you trying to impress, Jay Wilson? Who do you feel is impressed with you? I'm just saying. But do you remember the period after Tracy caught you the first time when you were coming on here and putting on a suit and tie and pretending to go to work every day? You were pretending to go to work, and we heard her call the job, girl. They say he don't work here. He hasn't been here in months. So where were you going, Jay Wilson? Did you just get in the car and drive around the block and drive back into the garage, girl? It's all so unnecessary, Jay Wilson. All to keep staying in that hood house. I mean, I understand it. If I were born, listen, if I were born in a situation where I am sharing a bedroom with 7 other people, 7 other boys, we assume that the girls were not in the same room, with 7 other people, Jay Wilson, in a single wide trailer. Did he come here and do a video about the double wides recently? A single wide trailer, Jay Wilson. That means that you have been scarred. You are what you call traumatized by that living situation. More than likely, well, your little friends in school, you were in grade school, whatever, and they would go home to their big house and all that, and you would say, one day, it won't be like this. And you dreamed about that house for your entire life, Jay Wilson. But you didn't realize you would have to be in servitude to maintain it. Now, I could say, listen, Jay Wilson got 2 kids. I'll say that's a good man. That's a good man. He got a wife, a husband, or whoever the fuck he got. That's a good thing. Jay Wilson is taking care of his father, and his father lives there. Correct? I would say that's a good man, right? Because he's sacrificing. He's sacrificing in order to provide for other people. But you're not other people, Jay Wilson, right? All you do is walk in. I got the hail. You ain't got no hail. I ain't got no power lines in my neighborhood. Look at me. I ain't got no power lines in my neighborhood. He was so excited about that, girl. I'm sure this single woman living in her apartment, girl, could give a fuck if you got power lines in your stupid ass single. Yeah, whatever, girl. Whatever, Jay Wilson. You a mess. Mm-hmm. Reading that woman down. He said he said he's not a woman. He's so gay now, Darius. You wouldn't believe it. He came out here and said he was straight. Or he said, oh, I don't discuss my personal business. We all look at this sissy. Right? But now she done got queenier and queenier and queen. Oh, child! Oh, child! She just become a full-fledged woman, right? So she had been holding all that gay. Woo! Girl, that's a lot of gay that he had been holding in all this time, child. Then at the place that he said, this is all along, this has been my job. I've been a professor. I never said anything about it on YouTube. I've been here for 2 years. When they said, okay, oh, you're gay, you're fired. Correct. That's what they did to him, child. All this time he had been faking and pretending at this school he says he was a professor in. Highly doubt it. More than likely taught a class there, girl. Anybody can teach class there. Whatever. But the point is, he had been faking the funk for all of these years. Now he finally feels free, but his freedom is coming at a cost. Jay Wilson, right? You should have, when you came onto YouTube, you announced to us that you were looking for a job. You just lost a job. I don't know what the big surprise was there, but you said you just lost a job. If you had stayed then, what's that been? Damn near 10 years ago. Something like 6, 7 years ago, you just gave up the job, looking for the job altogether, Jay Wilson, right? And that was your last chance, because even then you were 50 years old, right? You were a 50-year-old man going back into the workforce. You're supposed to spend that time trying to lock in to something, where you could accumulate some seniority before they retired your ass. Now here you are, damn near 60, girl. You're a 60-year-old man applying for entry-level positions, and you settled for temporary jobs. We've caught you twice where the people come online, we can hear their voices saying you're just a temp. You don't stop there, Jay Wilson. It ain't over yet. But you took such offense at me, and it just hurt my feelings. I said, girl, I've been an American citizen for my entire life. My first job was at 14 years old, girl. I've always paid taxes whenever I was working, correct? Right? And this is a time where, okay, Timothy, now it's time for you to retire. You have reached that. I don't think the government just so anxious. Oh, Tim, we want to give you this money. Come in there. Oh, open the door. We want to give you this money. But no, that's not how it works, honey. Right? There are times, right? And when I came to my time, where it's time for me to retire now, in other words, you don't have to work anymore, correct? You made that a big thing on here, Jay Wilson. Like, oh my God, I didn't know he was on a fixed income. I didn't know he was on a girl, I love my fixed income, nigga. I've told you before. You know what I'm gonna say next, right? All. Watch my lips, girl. All of my bills are paid, girl. All of them, everything. And you think I'm supposed to be whimpering and crying because Jay Wilson's, I didn't know he was on a fixed income. I love the word fixed, bitch. Mm-hmm. When I wake up in the morning, girl, if all I want to do that day is scratch my asshole, that's what I can do. Can you do that? No, you got to get your fat, funky ass up in that shower. And let's hope that you are taking showers before you go and doing this and little that and little this and little that and all that kind of stuff, girl. Take a shower. 4:30 in the morning. So if you're taking your shower at 4:30, you're probably getting up around 4 o'clock in the morning, girl. Right? You're staying up late every night to try to get the late night video. Anyway, Mark ain't nowhere in sight. Where is he at? I ain't seen that boy in months. I made a mistake. I should never let them know that about my love. Like, Jay Wilson, if the man loved you, he would want to be with you, right? That is not love, Jay Wilson. He's still living across town where he always lived. He's still going out to the club every night and probably still getting plenty of assholes since he's considerably younger, girl. Right? You're the old man, Jay Wilson. And then since you're an old man that don't want to pay for nothing, why would somebody live with you? There is no reason for that, girl. You were just somebody to go to the amusement park with. And apparently that's what you do with him. Right? You try to impress the man, taking him to Las Vegas. He saw you steal the goddamn trip. For those of you who don't know, Jay Wilson went and stole the trip to Las Vegas for his birthday. It's Mark's birthday. Jay Wilson wants to try to hold on to that, just trying to hold on to my woman, to my life. You trying to hold on to Mark. You try to impress him, right? So you go and get a 2-bedroom suite in Las Vegas, correct? He has his own bedroom in Las Vegas. That's how grossed out he is by you, correct? And when it's time to check out of the hotel, what does he tell you? You tell him to go wait over there, baby. And he sees you steal the accommodation. That's like giving a woman a ring that you stole off a truck somewhere. You go and break into a goddamn window. She sees it on the news, girl. Somebody stole it, and you give her a stolen ring, right? So that's what it was, Jay Wilson. You stole the damn trip. Oh, I have certain standards. I have certain, fuck your standards. We're running a business here. You used our accommodation. You came on complaining about the room wasn't chilly. I want my room to be chilly. A con man, con artist your whole damn life. It's just sad, Jay Wilson. So are you willing to consider at least, Jay Wilson? Listen, I will at least go and see the price of condominiums in my area. correct? I will see if there's enough space to accommodate me, right? Really, realistically, all I need is an extra bedroom, right? And will you move the fuck out of that damn house, girl, so you can relax? I can finally relax, girl. They need to start calling you Miss HOA, Jay Wilson. If we ever get in a fight again, that's what I'm gonna call you. How you doing, Miss HOA? Mm-hmm. But Darius, you don't want Pastor Wilson. You don't want him because he's tight. He don't want to pay for nothing. He say. If I was, if I was Mark, as soon as I heard him say some shit like that, I said, "What, nigga, we done, bitch? What? Who gonna pay for it? Me? I don't pay for nothing. I don't pay for nothing. I don't give nobody nothing. I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Open up the door. I get it myself." Anyway, Jay Wilson says Jay Wilson say he a top. Can you imagine? Get the motherfucking ass off me, bitch. I can't stand. I'm sorry, I can't do that. That's one thing I can't do. I can't. No, eeny weeny, little bitty, teeny witty, short man. Don't want no short dick, man. Jim Wilson. That is the teeniest little dick I've ever seen. He a top. When he announced to us, he said he'd come out to us. He'd already been out to the world. So he says. Nobody believes that. He says that I'm a bisexual and I'm a top. I said, girl, all this waiting and we get 2 more lies. You're not a bisexual and you're not a top, girl. So why are you lying still? Why are you so ashamed? What did that man do to you in that trailer? Girl, I'm a top. I guess there's more ways to be a top. You can be a top dick sucker. I guess you could do that, girl. Or what they call oral. Oh, I only do the oral. Hit my dance. Oh, I'm too skinny to dance now. Y'all got to pay. I got to get 50. Mm-hmm. He moving with Walter Hampton. Honey, Walter, did y'all see that video today? Go to Walter Lee Hampton channel. Apparently, he's put this house on the market, which we knew it was going to happen. I mean, he didn't need, who the hell needs 10 bedrooms? So he did a beautiful job on that house. And now the real estate company has put it on the market. So they made one of these videos where they start from the outside, from the aerial. I guess they hired helicopters to fly over it, take in all the grounds. It's got a lot of grounds too. And then all through the house and all that professionally. So if you're a real estate enthusiast, you can go see that. But he has enough sense to know that that was an investment. That's what Walter Lee Hampton did before he became the YouTube phenomenon. He flipped houses. So that's essentially what he did now. Mm-hmm. But he has lived in apartments. Before he moved in there, he lived in a townhouse. They're all been reasonably sized, you know. No, Walter said he don't want no homosexuals in his house. Some of these people, they be hard to live with, honey. If you're gonna live with people when you're young, you're college age and you're in your early 20s and all that, you can have roommates very easily. A lot of people have roommates. A lot of girls, they have roommates till they get married, you know. But as you get to be an old bitch, they're too set in their ways. Their personalities are too extreme, honey. Frankenfurter, it's all over. Your mission is a failure. Your lifestyle's too extreme. I'm your new commander. You are now my prisoner. We return to Transylvania. Prepare the transit beam. Timothy, what they have to do with the story? Nothing. I just like it. I love the song. You have nothing nice to say about anyone I see here. What's your name, Big Beasley Land? Lovely one. You have nothing nice to say. Baby, welcome to the beef sector. If you think you're gonna feel warm and fuzzy over here, you're delusional. Okay. Mm-hmm. He's the toppings. Can you imagine that somebody on top of you? Oh, yeah, baby. Scream, baby. Scream. Girl, she over there doing her fingernail. Girl, can we get this done? The rent's due tomorrow, bitch. That's what them ones, the little bitty things, they want you to encourage, make them feel like a man, honey. I couldn't stop laughing. I'll tell you the truth. I would not be able to stop laughing if you come in us pulling your pants down and presenting yourself like you're going to do something. What you going to do, honey? Eeny weeny, little bitty, teeny weeny, little short man. And he's so dumb. Y'all remember when Jay Wilson went to the gym? He went to the gym and he had his little panties on, the little gym shorts on, the cut off. And he put the camera. He had the nerve to put, I guess he felt like he had lost some weight. So his focus was on showing how much weight he had lost. But in the meantime, he was showing right in between his legs. And people, I'm telling you, we were looking right directly in between his. He didn't even have a print of a ball, not even a single ball. He had no ball, no peenie. He had nothing. What he had was the shape of a vagina. People shot me down. I said, well, maybe he's trans. I mean, we don't know. Many people who are trans are passable. We don't know. We just take it at his word, right? But that was disgusting, Jay Wilson. You don't have nothing at all. I mean, you didn't even have the print of a little dick. I'm sorry, lady. I hate to be so nasty, but we got to tell the truth. You've had some itty bits, know how to work it, but itty bits, I guess all they can do is just stab it. You feel something. At least I feel something. Forget about the hemorrhoids. Child, you look between them legs. But he had that popcorn shit on his chest because he did a strip tease for Cash Apps, and he had these little round things. That's not for everybody. Now, a lot of men and women like a hairy chest. A lot of people like that, right? But when you have these little round shit look like popcorn or like taco meat all on your chest, and you think somebody gonna pay you to see that, girl? I was grossed out. I turned my TV off, go to sleep. I was grossed out. But he thought he was really letting them have it, honey. He said, I don't see them Cash Apps. He would make it sound like desperation is making him work. Shoe polish in the mustache. Some days he gray, some days he's salt and pepper, some days he's jet black. I don't know what that fool's trying to do. I believe that when he's jet black, he's trying to go and convince them white people that he is young. He's going to apply because he's constantly applying for jobs his whole life. Apply, get hired, get fired. Apply, get hired, get fired. His whole life, right? So he may be trying to trick those people because he knows he's now a 60-year-old man. You're a 60-year-old man. You want to come in on entry level. We got to train you first how to stack boxes. This is where we're starting, and you're 60 years old. So that could be why he's trying to make himself appear younger. Or he's on a grinder, and he's trying to fool the people by holding the camera far back. And, the people are saying, a little bit, can you hold the camera back a little bit more? No, a little more. Anyway, people, I recommend you go over there and see King Roman News. This video is all there an hour or so, a couple hours. He's made this diss track, and we should all hear it. Okay, but thank y'all for coming in today. It's always good to have a good laugh in the morning. right? And y'all pray for Thaddeus. Bless his heart.